Well, obviously, we're disappointed. I think I'd like to congratulate BU. I thought they played very well. I thought our guys battled. You know, it was a game of a lot of, I guess, momentum changes, but you know, I thought our guys really competed. So obviously, we're frustrated, but you know, I think BU deserves a lot of credit, and you know, I was proud of the way our guys played.
Any questions for the student athlete? That'd be great. Just wait for the microphone, please.
Yeah, Matt Clarida, Harvard Radio. Steve, you got a lot of attention, probably mid-third period and on. The save count was going up. I'm wondering, when did the game start to feel different to you than maybe the last month, or you've been a little bit up and down? And I know you guys lost. Do you think it's your best career performance given the amount of pucks you saw?
I don't know. I thought it was. I thought I did my job. I thought everyone on the team really did a great job up and down defensively. And I mean, we had numerous block shots on grade A opportunities that really was kind of the difference in the game. And as far as that kind of kept us in the game. And that's tough. It's a tough one as well.
Any other questions?
Braden, I think, was the block that got a lot of attention. Did you think, man-to-man position is going to be a goal? Were you surprised to see him there at the last second? I know on the TV replay it looked like he sort of came out of nowhere and saved the day there.
Yeah, it kind of happened so fast. I really didn't have time to really guess what was going to happen. But yeah, I mean that's obviously that's an enormous play out of him. He played great all night, and all of our D did. There was some opportunities that they had that could have resulted in goals that we got big blocks on, and I thought they just did a great job doing that.
Take one more here for Steve. Yeah, right here.
Steve, Zach Cox, Nesson.com. It looked like you were kind of hurting there in the third period in the overtime. Was there any injury issue down the stretch?
No. I was kind of cramping up a little bit. I was trying to pump fluids, and yeah, no, I was fine.
There's no more questions, Steve. Thank you for coming out and retreat back to the locker room tonight. Questions for Coach Donato? Jim?
Thanks, Matt. Jim Conley from Eagles College Hockey Online. When the way the third period started and the momentum that BU had at the end of the second, did you feel that you had kind of weathered the storm at that point, that you were in the right position?
Yeah, I think there were some similarities in the game to that point. To the game we played the first time we played them, where they had kind of tilted the ice a little bit in the second, but I thought we weathered it pretty well. When we were up 3-1, we had 2 or 3 chances there on the goal line to kind of extend the lead, but we made some mistakes, which is par for the course. In a game like this, there were going to be mistakes, but I thought overall in the third, I thought we certainly had some chances. We had some chances in the overtime there. We had a 4-on-2. We had a 3-on-1, I think, right at the end there as well. So, we needed to be opportunistic and finish a couple of the outnumbered rushes. BU's an excellent team, and it looked to me a little bit like we ran out of gas a little bit with a couple of our guys who haven't played a lot recently. We asked a lot of them, guys like Kerfoot, who've been out for a few months, and Malone, who've been out for quite a bit of time, and I think Steve was cramping up. So we weren't as aggressive as we would have liked to be throughout the game, and I thought our speed was limited by just us being tired. But that's by no means taking anything away from BU. They're an outstanding team. They got a lot of dangerous players. They got a first line that's as good as any in college hockey, and they're very well coached. So I thought it was, all in all, it was a great game. We had some opportunities to maybe make the outcome different, but I'm proud of the way our guys performed and stuck with it throughout the game.
Joy?
Coach, it seemed like you were really able to play your game for the first, I'm going to say half of the game, first 2 periods. What was different, besides necessarily being tired, was it something different that they threw at you that allowed you guys to kind of work more into their hands?
No, I think the one goal, we had an extended shift to play an offense, and we end up with a block shot and they end up with a breakaway offense, so we kind of did it to ourselves. It was, they have a team that is very opportunistic, and they have some great offensive players. So if they're going to create enough on their own, and if you kind of jumpstart them by, turning the puck over or taking some penalties, I think in the second there, they had seven shots on the one power play. So, I think that had a pretty big impact on the difference in the shots in the second. But I thought there were a lot of positives. I thought a lot of guys stepped up and had some real, big moments in a big game. But obviously we're disappointed and frustrated. I thought Steve was outstanding, made some huge saves. It was a big kill in the overtime there, but hats off to Bean. They deserve the win.
We'll take 2 more here, Andy.
Andy Barron, New England Hockey Journal. I'll tell you, obviously they took a lot of shots, but based on the shot charts in the third period and the first overtime, it seemed like they were taking more from the perimeter. Was that a message from you guys to keep those guys, to keep them from, kind of getting those interior shots? Was that a move that you made, or was that just kind of how the game flowed?
I think there's a little bit of the way the game flowed. We did try to keep them to the outside and limit the second and third opportunities. I thought Steve was very solid and spectacular when he needed to be, but for the most part, there were a lot of outside shots, point shots, stuff from the perimeter. But there were certainly times in the game, especially when it was 3-1, and I think even the goal that would have made it 4-3. I think in the second that went to review. That I guess. The magic of technology has shown that it did go in. So, I'm sure that's a little bit frustrating for everybody, but it's tough. They have a good hockey team, and you have to take advantage of the opportunities you get. And we certainly had some early in the game to extend the lead, but give them a lot of credit.
Take one last question with John here in the front.
Thank you. Excuse me, Ted. You got 2 guys back tonight that you haven't had. A little more oomph up front. Looking the final month, you're well positioned for at least an NCAA at-large bid. You just talk about the strides this program has made in 1 season.
Yeah, I think that's the first time all year we've had Kerfoot and Malone in the lineup together, and they're both dynamic centermen. We still have a few guys out that we're hoping to get back, but. In some ways, we haven't had the team we had earlier in the season from a health standpoint, and it looks like we're starting to head in that direction. So this last month of the season is really critical for our league and beyond. We're not looking too far ahead. We know the pairwise can change on a given night, but we'll have no problem focusing on Friday night as we have Yale at the Whale. So it should be a great game, but I think there were some real good signs in relation to our health by getting some guys back tonight. And Braden Shaw has been out for I think the last 3 games I thought was, last 2 games I should say. I thought he was outstanding tonight too, so that's a great sign.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Thanks, guys.